Okay.
Alright, what's up guys? We are live again. Sorry for the delay. We had to sort out some Team Liquid issues. Wanted to make sure that we were on Team Liquid, and now we are. The event is live. I'm here with Seth. It's day 6. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Day 6 already? Didn't we just start this yesterday?
It seems like it, because the games are fast, and I don't know about you, but it feels like we should have more FSL. It's just that there's not enough days in the week for us to do something like that, so...
I think more than 2 days is really gonna cut into our family time, but yeah, there's just not enough.
Yeah, we're doing some other broadcasts too, so that's the thing, right?
Yeah. So this is FSL. Our first game is actually be Code A. It's a very interesting game actually. So let's interview our players.
Let's bring him in.
Joining us now, we have Hyper Turtle and Dummy Strength / Spaghettio / Scarloey / Plane / Deepu. I don't know which one to call you. But how are you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good, you know?
Hyper Turtle, I like that shirt, man.
Thank you.
Are you guys ready? Here's my quick question. Right? Are you both going to be playing random tonight?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I've been working on some Protoss things. Yes, I'm ready to play Protoss today.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a true random versus random. I'm excited to see that. Hyper
wait,
Turtle.
he just said Protoss things. Didn't he say?
Well, are you actually gonna pick Protoss or are you gonna pick random?
I'm playing Protoss today.
There.
Oh,
Random.
actually, not random versus
Yeah.
random. It's random versus your least picked race. So
Indeed.
that's pretty cool. What about you, Hyper Turtle? What have you been preparing?
I've got a race and a build for each of the names he uses, so I'm ready to go.
That's a lot of names. So, any parting words before we start?
I'm
No?
good.
No, news,
June, etc., etc. Let's do this.
no news bulletin material. All right, let's start this. I'm gonna talk to you guys after. We're both gonna talk to you after the match. Good luck. Have fun. Let's see how this turns out. Well, mute and deafen you right now.
All right. So, let's wait till it's mute.
Yeah. So Protoss, that's gonna be very interesting. But before that, let's start it. Let's go ahead and start it. He does have Protoss picked,
Yeah.
and you want to talk about the map pool real quick? Yeah. So they vetoed Beckett. I think it's pretty much standard maps
what,
here,
it's random,
except for
man.
Bland.
No, at this point, if you're random, one of them's random. It's hard to pick maps right for either
Yeah.
side. So
But I actually want to see Blackburn. That's gonna be the decider if we get 3 games tonight. So I want to see how that shakes out. It's a new map for our FSL season, and I haven't really seen any the
let's
others
turn off
play.
our cameras now. Now it's not their turn.
Yep.
You get the. Hey guys, you're watching them. We're loading into the map now. Welcome everyone. This is
FSL Season 4.
Alright guys. In the bottom right, he is spawning as Terran because he played random, right? He chose random. We got here the man.
Hyper Turtle.
And on the top left corner of Lightshade, it's the first time we're going to be seeing him playing Protoss. Spawning on the top left, pink Protoss, he is.
Spaghettio.
Yeah, because he's been choosing Terran or Zerg, right? Typically. So
He says he's been preparing Protoss.
yeah.
And so I'm guessing this is going to be some sort of a fast-hitting cheese. I don't think it's going to be a macro game. But the cheese itself, it's kind of hard to prepare as well if you're playing against random, right? But he's already scouted early. There is a pylon.
Yeah, I'm surprised
on
about this
top.
pylon, but there's no horde, so this is just to be
Yeah.
annoying. But
Yeah,
he's
it pulls
pulling-
3
yeah, there you go.
SCVs.
Worked out.
Yeah, so I think it's just being annoying here.
Yeah, it's working out.
Um,
And the thing is too, he's expanded up front against Terran, which means he's vulnerable to a
tank push.
tank push. And he lets this pylon finish, which is okay because he needs to supply, but he needs to make another one ASAP. So yeah, if you if this is your supply pylon, you don't want to cancel it because you'll be supply blocked before, right? So I think he'll forget. He doesn't play Protoss. He's winging a build.
Yeah. Well,
He's gonna get his Nexus, but he's gonna be heavily supply blocked.
Well, he's not supply block. He
Not
did
yet.
use it, but
Not yet, yeah. But he
because
will
I think he didn't build anything in the gateway, right? So that's why he wasn't supply
yeah,
blocked
I
yet.
guess so.
But now, let's see if he does build
It
something.
needs to get up there soon, man. This is a common problem with people doing,
All right. So now, if he hasn't started it, he's gonna finish his
You're not gonna
probe.
realize until
If
it's
a-
late.
If a Reaper walks in right now, and you need to make a Zealot or a Stalker, right? You're supply blocked him. That'll
Yeah,
delay
lucky
it.
for him, no Reaper. Just
Right,
two.
but
It's a 2-1 so
Yeah.
far. 2 barracks,
It's a-
1 factory,
so here's a Stargate for Spaghettio.
and his second pylon. There it is, finally. And maybe his Nexus will finish for the next set of supply that he needs.
Yeah, that's the tricky part about Protoss. Is time. You need to know your timing in terms of when to make your pylon and when that lines up with your Nexus. Since you start your Nexus early, at least at this stage, you don't want to make extra pylons when you don't need it because you're really short on minerals. But yeah, it's something you have to get used to if you're playing random, especially.
Nice. Yeah. Well, Spaghetti chose his race for a reason, so he must have a cheese plan, not this extended 2-base thing. So it's
Yeah.
a 2-base timing, which
It's Oracle and
Yeah.
Adept.
I don't know, man. If he doesn't play
Yeah.
this race and he lets it go later, he may not be as strong as he is. But like I said, this could be a cheese. That's
And also,
just a little late. I don't know.
Also, this is Hyper Turtle's. It's not his
Not his
strongest
main,
race.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
good
so-
catch on that.
So, because if he made a lot of adepts and then he came in here and this was completely blocked, right? It doesn't Doesn't do anything. But he can try to
You know,
do
yeah.
some
Look at
shade.
the worker supply. He's already knows how to take advantage of Protoss power, which is really Chrono Boost and keep making probes, because you can kind of do that, get ahead in the early game.
That's
and then
right.
the Oracle, two. Oh my gosh, there's two. This is advanced. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this is not a normal cheese that someone who doesn't play Protoss do, right?
Yeah,
So he
I
must have
think
been practicing this for a while.
he has been both actually the archaic and regret told me that he was practicing and they says, hey, I think he's gonna do double oracle today.
This is not an
So-
easy cheese to pull off. Controlling oracles is not for noobs.
Yeah, this is well. There is a good thing. There is a turret there. He did lose 3, but at the exchange of 1 oracle, he's gonna lose both. Oh,
Okay. Well, now he shows his sign that he's not. He's new to the oracle and Protoss thing, right? 4 SCVs for 2 oracles. Terrible trade.
yes, it is, and that's very expensive. Oracles and 2 of them, in fact. Right, that takes up a lot of gas, and Protoss units are very gas hungry. And if you lose both of them that early and only getting 4 SCVs, that's not a good trade.
Yep, but he still has a lot more probes, so that's the good thing. And the pressure's up, and he's got his 3rd base. I mean, I don't know, man. Turtle
Yeah.
looks too defensive.
He is getting his 3rd CC, but he's not making additional SCVs. And
Yeah, he stopped.
that's the
making
thing.
worker. I don't
Yeah.
know why. Oh,
Oh, his cancels a shade.
it's not. I don't mind that. Probably just lose that for two SCVs. There's the scan seeing. At least charge probably.
Yeah,
He's
and he
thinking.
sees the warp prism, so that should make him a little bit more wary on the outskirts of his base.
Yeah, actually, Hyper Turtle is kind of turtling, sort of. So, who can't blame him? I mean, the guy chose Protoss. You're thinking there's an all-in coming.
Yes, yeah. If I was Hyper Turtle, I would be preparing for an all-in, definitely.
Good turret placement. But
There is 1 tank there, but there's nothing. Oh, so he's gonna siege that to protect the tank. It's actually a good siege.
yeah, no, this is good. Target by the Protoss player, because he does draw fire to the SCVs. He's avoiding the liberator
He is
zone.
not saving
And
the
oh my
tank,
gosh,
though.
he's gonna kill the tank. So this is totally great. Lost mining time, lost SCVs, lost tank.
I think he was busy sending. What is he sending out? Is that
Just
yeah,
a
it is
liberator. But he sent
Yeah.
that after the attack though, so. So
And then he's sending
he
his.
just mismicroed.
Yeah, I think
And look, there's phoenixes already. This is not gonna work.
But let's see how fast he reacts. Because if you just wait a few
Pretty
seconds, you could
fast.
lose a lot.
Yeah, you're
Right.
supposed to pull, but at least he pulled a little bit.
Yeah.
4 is not bad.
Or it's not bad.
He still has a huge lead, 16 worker lead. And he used the power of the Protoss to win here. He has charge, so he's halfway there, right? And the thing is, he's using these complicated, or at least hard to control skill units, in my opinion, when you're playing Protoss.
Yeah.
When
Well,
I
once. Yeah.
When I play a Protoss player that's using Phoenixes and using Oracles, I'm like, oh, he must be good, right?
But Phoenix and charge slot actually becomes easy because you don't really micro the charge slots. You just really pay attention as
Yeah.
to the Phoenix and you just start lifting. And they're a good combination because it's a good mineral dump for the Zealots.
Yeah.
And the Phoenix takes up so much gas, right? And
Certainly
so I think
do
he can
this.
just A move here to this 3rd and he can
Yeah,
cancel
exactly.
it.
And even lift the tank and kill it, so
Yep.
then he'll be forever behind now, right? So all he has to do is A move there for sure. And just
But,
do one micro, which is lift the tank. That's all he has to do.
But I think he's gonna wait for Storm here. It's 3/4 done.
Oh, looking
And
at
he's
that,
posturing here. Yeah, I think he's just gonna once he gets Storm, he's gonna go in and I don't think Hyper Turtle will have enough units.
Yeah, but look at this
to
too.
fend
What I
this off.
really like about what Spaghettio's doing, he's saturated. When we see him play Zerg, he's not like this. He doesn't saturate, which is really funny. But then this Protoss, he is saturating.
That is correct. Yeah, it's very aggressive with Zerg, and he wants to finish it out right there and then. But with Protoss, you know,
There it
he's
is.
really developing his macro.
Maybe Protoss is his race.
Yeah, maybe it is. He needs to. We'll see if he starts playing more Protoss.
Well, if he plays
Um,
more Protoss, he can play random because Zerg and Terran, you know, that's really what he plays.
All right, here it is. There's enough storms here, but I don't even think he needs storm.
Nothing you can do here is Terran.
Yeah.
You hope you can lift this command center before. Can he
With
close
this-
that depot? I don't think he can because he was blocking it with the tank. And
think this will be it.
he's just gonna roll him now.
Yeah, with this many charge slots, you really need to have some sort of an AoE or, you know, more specifically Widow Mines.
Spaghetti-O.
But that was a good win there by Spaghetti-O.
Surprisingly easy without a cheese.
Well, yeah, he tried to do it in the beginning. It didn't work out, but he was so ahead economically.
Yeah, he was annoying with the pylons, that's for sure.
I mean, the double Oracle that didn't pan out.
Yeah, and
Right.
even then, I don't even consider that a cheese. That's like a normal timing, kind of. And I'm sure he was later than a normal timing too. Think about it. So.
Alright. Well, we're gonna be playing on 2000 Atmosphere, which is a bigger map, but it's still a standard layout map. Right? So, you know, it's not bad for any of the races. I don't think there's a favorite race for this specific map. It's just your standard map, I think.
Yep. So let's big as the veto. And now we're gonna load 1000 Atmospheres, the big map.
Yeah.
Even better for Phoenix.
So he does have Protoss selected again. So let's see if now the question is, what race will Hyper Turtle get? You know,
He's allowed to change. But
Yeah,
he's,
he is,
he's like, you
but-
know what? I'm fine.
he wants to go with it through and through as random. But you know, like I said, I think Terran is his weakest race among the three.
As long as he doesn't draw Terran, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, wow, here we go. We're loading up now into the guys. Game 2.
FSL Season 4.
Alright, here's the guy that chose Protoss for a reason. That Protoss power,
Spaghetti-O.
aka Deepu.
And on the top right corner of the map, unfortunately, the odds
Oh,
didn't favor
no.
him. He draws a yellow Terran. He is.
Hyper Turtle.
Well, I mean, you know, the best turtling race is Terran, so.
Yeah, but you know, watching him as Protoss, of course, his main race. You know, he knows the ins and outs of the Protoss race, right? He's not supply blocked. He's making enough probes. He has good economy, so he's got that down. And then watching him Zerg last time, he played that pretty well, right? He's making drones and he knows to be aggressive. For some reason, I don't think he has the Terran mentality yet, right? Because you have to be methodical. If you're gonna play you're gonna have to pick bio or mech, and most people do bio. And I don't think his bio. You need to make enough bio to really have a critical mass to withstand some of those pushes by the Protosses. And it's tough. I mean, playing Terran is tough, right? You really have to
Yeah,
understand the race.
Yeah, it took me a while to understand some of it, and I'm still working on it. It's really the toughest for me, just because I started with Zerg.
Yeah.
Right. I think if I start with Terran, the way you think and play with Terran is very different.
Yes, it's it's really different. I mean, Protoss and Zerg kind of have some similarities in terms of its mechanics and control. But Terran, for some reason, is just out there in left field
No,
in
he
terms of how it
loses a
behaves.
SCV. Terrible.
Oh no, don't lose. Oh, all right, so the Marine saves the day. But there's 2 racks opening here.
You know, I don't like 2 racks opener unless you're
I-
doing something with it. Like, I think his build
Yeah.
is just not good.
Well,
Right?
so
He stopped making workers. Oh, yeah, he is working. Okay, never mind. He should have gotten the command center sooner too. I think that's the big key. You know, you can't be this late, and I don't think you can be punished by getting a fast command center unless the guy is
Yeah.
totally doing something crazy.
yeah, the meta nowadays is all 3 races can get that fast expansion without really sacrificing a lot, and the only way you die really is a full all-in by the other your opponent, and that doesn't happen that often. So a simple scout would reveal that. But if you're not getting all in, it's so safe to just take your
This is
your expansion early.
this is code what is this, code A?
Code A, yes.
Yeah, so code A, just to answer the question on chat, guys, we have several leagues in FSL, right? So this is one of the lower ones, code A. Code A is
So it's
Gold
between
to platinum?
gold 1
Platinum,
to
something
high
like that.
platinum, right?
Yeah. Later on, we'll see the better players on Code S. And then we have a 2 versus 2 in the middle of the broadcast, too. So that's a lot of fun, too. So we have different levels for everyone here. We even have some brand new players, and the games are really entertaining. So anyway, this is the Code A match. I think Deepu is more of a, Code S player that's playing Protoss, so that sounds scary actually if you think about it, because he looks pretty decent for now, right? Maybe the timing, he's just not getting punished. If he plays a real Code S player, at least in the FSL League, he'll get punished, right? But as of right now, talking about punishing, look at the Hyper Turtle. Okay, so I don't mind this. He's going on all in because he's not getting a command center, right? So he's like, all right, I'm going to do 3 racks. One and then
yep.
factory. I like this. This is good. He has enough Phoenix to slowly whittle down these Marines. So maybe he shouldn't have moved out until he had more more Marines. But now Deepu knows what's coming his way. Oh, but he turns around. He
Yes,
makes
he
him
turns
turn
around.
around. So this ruins the plan. Just don't
Yeah,
lose that tank.
unfortunately,
Oh
because-
no!
lifts have already been used. There's not much energy left, and you should be pushing by now. You should be hitting their buildings. Unfortunately, he turned around because he could be doing a lot of damage. But yes, you're right. He should have had a little bit more Marines.
Yeah, because that changes everything. If he was able to siege,
Yes.
man, this is a it's tough. I played this scenario with mass bio coming for you, and if you don't whittle him down, which is what he's doing here, so he's gonna be ahead, right? You'd have to have charge to stop this.
Yes. And
So he doesn't have that, and there's not enough. But he doesn't need it because there's not enough bio here. He's trickling him in one at a time, which is terrible. Terrible to be doing one at a time. How much energy do these phoenixes have? There's so many of them now. All you need is 1 lift to kill 1.
yeah, he's used a lot of the lifts. He might have 1 or 2. No, actually, he doesn't have any lifts yet.
Okay,
any more
maybe
remaining,
he
but-
can stabilize here, but really, if he had just waited.
Yeah, I just waited a little bit, and
Yeah.
if he had a good group of Marines and you had stim and you just walk in
Can't
that
do this.
front,
Exactly. And he doesn't have an expansion. Protoss has one, so he's mining like double. Almost double, of course. Oh, this is... I think he just does not play Terran. He's just like, I'm gonna all in. And, but he's
you know what?
depowering, and that's a big
So-
deal.
Here's the problem. So even if you go Phoenix, you should still research your
Yeah, you need gateways. So it's not over yet here. That's... If he can somehow do more
Yeah, he's-
damage...
He just needs to get critical mass of Marines. here and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
group them
exactly.
together.
And focus, yeah. Good
There you
damage
go.
here. So he's
Good
turned the
damage.
game around.
But this could have been a very easy victory
Yes.
for Hyper Turtle.
Exactly. An easy win for him if he just kind of went together in a mass. Because the mistake here by the Protoss is he still doesn't have Warp Gate with gateways or anything, right? So
And he's making a Viking, but at this point you can't catch up in the air. There's too much air already. You just need to make lots of Marines.
you
right?
wait
Just
at
kill-
home with a lot of Marines, then you go.
Yeah.
Because he has Stim now.
He's not making Marines. He even has Combat Shield, but you just need to make a critical mass of Marines, and all you have to do is just
Still rallying him
move.
there.
Yeah, but it's still not enough. There's more Phoenix than Marines. Right?
Indeed. And there's a shield battery up. He's just kind of doing this completely wrong. I'm really surprised because he is a much better player than this, right? Knowing that you should go together, right? That's kind of like one of the first things you learn, right? You don't want to trickle in, but he is in the right spot because there's only 2 Phoenix at home here for Deepu, who's trying to depower Deepu's. You know, he is.
He does. I was gonna say, is he gonna heal that pylon? He does. He even overcharges it. So
yeah, he's not gonna do that. Never mind.
Alright, so that's good retargeting there, but it's too late. The Phoenixes are back. There's more Phoenix than Marines on the field. Maybe a lucky mine hit, a really crucial mine hit would turn the tide here.
Yeah, it's still winnable because he only has Phoenixes, right? It's still possible with mines and enough bio.
But look, he's still in one base.
He's still on one base.
He's gonna run out of He's gonna run out of minerals soon.
Well, I guess my point is, if he kills these Phoenixes and he moves across the map,
oh,
there's no
nice
gateway.
mine hit. That's a nice mine hit. So
yeah,
that
there's
really
no gateway to
the
deal with. So gateway army to deal with. It's just all Phoenixes, which is, you know, Phoenixes are scary. It's only one thing. How many mines will it take to kill?
I think
two hits, right? So okay, so technically, if these Phoenixes clump up and 2 or 3 mine hits hit them perfectly, it could.
Yeah, and then the Marines can clean up easily.
Yep.
That.
Here it is. He's gonna stim. Of course, Deepu knows not to get near that. You know what? All we gotta do here is just watch where the Phoenixes are. Let's just follow their. That's really the action.
The problem, yeah. So now, I think Phoenix production's done because Fleet Beacon is about to be completed.
This is your last window of opportunity.
And I think he's missed it. Yeah. He still does not have an expansion. So
you know, if he had just put like a turret when he was pushing too, imagine Phoenix couldn't do anything.
Yes. Oh yeah. Let's say he brought an SCV with him.
Yeah,
there.
if you just put a turret in there and just hang out there, you'll never kill that
turrets.
thing without.
But 3 carriers are in production now, so.
Well.
Alright, well. I mean, he can still do this if he just has a ton of Marines, right? You can shoot down the interceptors really quick. You do have Stim. But he can't support that production, right?
Indeed.
Alright, well, he's moving out. This is the last hurrah, right? This needs...
He has a Thor. That's cool. You can't lift Thors, right?
No, you cannot.
Yeah,
and it does area damage in the air too, so a few volleys really.
Alright, this is... But the carriers... there's 2 out. Alright, never mind, 3. Never mind!
Yeah, that's not enough Marines.
Unless there's no interceptors, he shoots them down. Here comes the Phoenixes going home. He will kill that base, but he can't handle the might of Protoss Air at this point, man. There's 4 carriers building interceptors.
But, you know, in this game, Spaghettio really does well in the Protoss economy.
Yeah. He
so that's it.
fights with the workers, so pretty much.
Yeah, that was an easy win if he just went together in the beginning of the game, because you know you'll have enough Marines, critical mass, to be able to shoot down the But kudos to Spaghettio for getting that win. Looks like he's completely.
All right, let's chat with the players. Alright, let's start with Mr. Hyper Turtle, the bad luck of the draw. It looks like you're playing your worst race twice in a row, right?
At least in early game. Terran's really vulnerable early on.
Yeah.
Especially to constant annoyance, you know?
Yeah, you may not know this, but the second game, if you had just balled up, waited, and then just went, you would have won. But you
Yeah,
kind of trickled in one at a time, continuously.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
Because he didn't have any gateway, anything, which means after he ran out of energy that one time,
Yeah.
it was just continuous. So, anyway, it snowballed, and that's fine. That's what happens sometimes when you play random, right? You end up getting the race you don't want, the luck of the draw. So does that mean you're gonna practice more Terran, or just gonna be like, whatever, if it happens, it happens, not worried about it? What do you think?
I'm gonna be practicing all three.
Practicing the Terran race. Nice. All right, well, let's talk to Spaghetti. Congrats on your win. You look pretty strong as Protoss. I'm not talking about Protoss being powerful or strong. I'm talking about your economy. You were fully saturated in all your base. When I watch you play Zerg, you don't do the same thing. You get half. Which is really surprising because Zerg is all about, economy, drones, swarm, etc. So, is that just a new you, or just for some reason you can just make more workers with Protoss? What's going on there?
Like a different building. Like, I'd be like, oh, hatchery, I gotta make troops. It's like Nexus build the builders, and then the other buildings build the units. It's like different in my head. I don't know.
I see. Yeah, you have to make a concerted effort with where you spend your larva, right? Anyway, did you have a plan to attack early with Protoss, or you just figured, I have some builds for mid game like you did?
Well, the first game I wanted to get some work done with double Oracle, but he had a turret up, and then I might the full health Oracle back instead of the low one.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense because you only killed 4, so.
Yeah, and then the got shut down each tank, so that didn't go well. Yeah, the plan was.
That's fine. That at least showed me that you actually don't play Protoss, right? Which you're scary once you learn how to play them. That race, right? So, well, congrats on the win. Like I said to everybody, it's still early in the season, so it's still anyone's game to get into the playoffs. So we'll see you guys on the next one, okay?
Yep.
All right,
Good games.
All right, guys. All right. So, Seth, who do we got next?
We have our 2v2.
Let's bring them in, including you. Let's chat with them. 2v2
Let me,
or next match, guys. Seth is adminning. And just to show you guys, the match is Predators versus Old and Gold. Oh, I can't wait for this. This is going to be cool, guys.
Yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting
I like
matchup.
watching the Old and Gold. This is what they do. And they'll be talking about this.
Alright, let's hold on, let me make sure they're ready to chat here. Give me a sec.
Not that easy. You can turn on your cam too. It's gonna be really good. Hey, thanks for watching, Bearded Cyan. Enjoy the lifts. Get swole. Hurtin' Time, how you doing on the chat? Yeah, you're practicing. You're about to play your matches soon, eventually, right? So you're scouting the opponents. So we got 2 feet in your chest, and Cyan and Lucky Tiger are on now. So we're just waiting for one more person, and I think that's Sloza and or Beat Down Patrol. So they can sub. There he is. Okay, guys, this is the 2v2 match, and after this, we'll have
Right, we
Dark
have
Menace
our...
and Cyan. So we have
the wrong one.
here, right?
Oh, did I grab the wrong
smack!
one? Oh, I did grab the wrong one. Hold
Look
on.
who we got here.
There you go. Did I
Alright,
grab the right
seeing
one?
you. Good seeing you guys. Look, it's Sloza. How you doing? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Right, we saw you in season 2 maybe or 3. But good seeing you. You were busy with the new house, right? Building. He's actually building a supply depot, barracks, and command center. He's been an SCV the past year now, maybe. And you're back for 2v2 with the old and gold. Gotta defend that team. And we got Chad coming in here now, who's Casper. Let's see his camera. Does he have one?
Yeah, it was just on.
Okay.
Let's see.
So, yeah, Casper works in the IT field, as you can see. So, you know, he can debug that and figure that out really quickly,
There we go.
Nice.
we think. And, of course, we have Cyan here on the top left. The Protoss, who has a tough match later. But this is a
Very
tough
tough.
match, too. This is the old and gold. This is what they do. They do team games. You gotta watch out. This is what they love to do. So let's get you guys' cams on. There you go. And we got Lucky Tiger showing up now. And on the top left, that's Casper. Good seeing you guys. And he's a Hokie. Alright. I think he's a Hokie. No one would wear the
Yeah, man.
college.
Gotta
No one would
represent.
wear the college shirt if they don't really go to that college, I don't think. Right? Unless they're a Michael Vick fan or something or whatever. But guys, welcome. It's good seeing you guys. So let's start with Lucky Tiger. Lucky Tiger, you and Cyan, have you had a chance to practice together?
Yes.
Oh yeah?
We got it in, got a couple in. I was watching some, 2 versus 2s, teams from your guys' last stream. And I picked up some ideas,
Nice. You picked up ideas. What about Cyan? Did he pick up ideas?
He leads them.
Is he who's the commander between you two? So the people that don't know, when you play team games, you really have to have a leader or a commander. You can't have two guys thinking they want to do this, and that. It's really hard, right? Normally you want one person to make the calls. So who's the shot caller between you two?
I might be wearing a white collar right now, but it isn't me.
It isn't you. Okay.
It's
So
definitely
Cyan, you've been practicing. You have some strategies. How confident are you about this match?
Pretty more confident than I was during the last 2v2 match. We played, I don't know, like 5 or 6 games on the ladder, did a bunch of different things, and a lot of stuff seemed to start to click and start to get together. Just telling them, when to do this, when to do that. And
Got it. All right. Well,
So,
you're
we
the
should be good.
commander. You got to be patient and you got to bark orders and the other guys, has to really do what is said. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's never gonna work. So now let's talk to the old and gold we got here. Sloza, right? Back from previous season, and of course Casper, our new person this season. Tell me, you guys been practicing outside of the old and gold weekend games that we do, right? Have you guys had a chance to practice?
We tease each other a lot on Friday nights, so that's the practice that we get.
So okay, see, just by the years of just playing whatever. All right,
Yeah.
so no real chemistry established just yet.
Yeah,
we'll see.
we're gonna have to.
You're gonna figure it out on the fly. Is that what you're saying,
Yeah, we
Chad?
always get a practice game in, so.
All right. So
Wanted to give them an authentic feeling by giving them our first practice.
okay. Now, Casper, you're gonna give chaos. It sounds like during the games. Are you the commander here, or is it Sloza? Because Sloza, I heard, is crazy.
No, it's not me.
I
Not me.
don't know, man. He says it's not him, but when we play 2v2, he always has. Great, unless the idea is just absolutely terrible.
So this is our first season of a 2v2 as part of the season, not a show match, not a special event. So you guys have a whole season to really gel together. So all you 2v2 players. Seth, you got any questions for these gentlemen?
I'm looking forward to see how this shakes up.
This is
I
gonna
think
be
this is
fun.
a really even match, and it's gonna be really fun. I want to see 3 games though, so
Yeah, let's hope we get 3 games. Good luck, gentlemen.
actually before we
The other
start,
team, just lose the first one, and make sure we get 3. Okay.
There you go.
before we start, actually, Old and Gold, Casper or Sloza, finish out the vetoes because I only have one
Oh,
map
we
picked
haven't
so far.
Yeah, they haven't vetoed
Yeah.
yet. So
just pick
Oh, I
it up.
thought
yeah, so
Yeah.
while they're doing that, I think I'm gonna show their vetoes on the map. Not that you guys pay attention to the maps too much.
But
Just
yeah, I
play
just
that.
need it. Makes it easy for me to just pick the map
Yeah,
for the
let's-
next game.
Let's show
so.
that right now, so you guys can see the vetoes right there on screen.
All right, so
right, we're gonna
I'm
mute
going to
them.
move you guys. Actually, so that they can communicate, I'll move you guys to your respective
Oh
lobbies.
yeah,
so
yeah,
they
yeah.
can talk.
We're not gonna
Alright,
show
And
the
we'll-
cams on that. Yep.
Yeah,
That.
and we'll talk to you guys after the game. Good luck. Have fun.
Yep, good luck, guys.
All right,
Alright.
guys. But yeah, we didn't get a chance to do the whole separate thing with the voice and the video. We forgot to do that. Keep saying we'll do it, but we'll do it eventually. All right. So
We will.
I think vetoes are done now. So there's the maps.
yeah.
Let's show the maps real quick. Not that you guys really. Do you guys know 2v2 maps? I don't really know the 2v2 maps.
Looks like we're ready to go. Heavy artillery to start it off. That's pretty cool standard map for 2v2 because you have your pocket back expansion that's really safe, right? And somebody can take that really quick.
All right, guys. Anyway, we're loading now.
FSL Season 4.
Now we don't really have intros for these guys, but we'll just call their intro for the teams anyway. We have intros for each of them. So,
Gotcha.
so let's do that. All right, do this real quick. In the top right, Protoss player.
Lucky Tiger.
And his partner, also a Protoss player.
Cyan.
And the bottom left, we have our Zerg player.
Casper 631.
And his teammate, the Blue Terran.
He is Sloza. I didn't turn on his
Sloza.
old intro because it's been a while, but I have it and I'll play it while we do production. So go ahead and keep chatting.
Yeah, and their team name is Old and Gold.
Yeah, that's the old and gold. And the other team, I forgot to mention what they are, but they call themselves Predators.
Yeah, from that movie Predators, right?
Yeah,
They have
exactly. I like
Arnold
it.
Schwarzenegger and Carl. Forgot his last name, but
Carl Weathers. Carl
Carl
Weathers,
Weathers.
yeah.
That's right. And they do have an intro for their team though.
Yeah, let me. I thought you know what? Let's do that, guys. Sorry, I'm messing up. So we didn't intro Sloza, so this is his intro. Let us show that really quick.
Sloza.
There you go. That's from season 2. Right, and
Predator.
there you go. That's their team, Predators, and of course, we did have the old and gold back. So here you go.
Team Old and Gold.
There's their intros, guys. I got it back. Did you guys see the old and gold? There you go.
Well, we'll nail our timings down on second game, but here on the first game, looks like they walled off right in front. You know, Predators picked this map, and I think they prepared it and they practiced on it because they knew exactly what to do.
Yeah, they were on
Right.
point here. Look at that. It's just like you don't just naturally do this.
Yeah, they knew exactly. Which is good about this map is once you wall that off, a Reaper cannot get into your base. So
And pay attention. There's a probe here on the bottom left. They're gonna proxy, I think. They're just gonna 4-gate him, I think.
Cyan is going to let's see when
Or
he
maybe
drops.
an Oracle or something. Stargate proxy, we'll see. Oh, the Reaper gets through!
Oh, he goes right in the front door.
Lucky Tiger forgot about the hold.
Yeah, he got.
And now Cyan, his teammate's gonna pay for it. He's like, dude, you had one job. The Zealot, you had one job. Hold the door.
All right, so he's chronoing in a stalker, and so unfortunately, this will delay his prepared proxy
Oh,
because
and
he's
Sloza's
losing
loving
probes.
this. Dude, this is what he loves to do. Be
Oh,
annoying.
no.
He's killed like 3 already.
All right, so the
Stalker's here, but he's gonna
Stalk-
kill 4.
is he
Or
gonna
not.
if he targets if he actually
He
targets
should have
does
targeted, but
not.
he's gonna want to save it. I think he wants to do the scout, and that's not a bad scout because he spots the twilight.
Yeah, but like I said, unfortunately, it puts a damper on his initial plan. I think he wanted to proxy.
And there it goes.
Well, so the Zealots took care of him exiting, but he let him in the front door though.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, thanks. He'd be like, yeah, thanks. You killed him on the way out. Yeah, after he robbed us. Right.
All right. So where do we stand? We have an expansion for each of the players. The command center of the Terran is a lot earlier than Lucky Tigers, though. So
Well, Sloza is a little bit higher level player too, so. And Lucky Tiger was totally brand new to StarCraft last season. So makes sense. It's double Twilight, by the way. One is charged. I think Science probably gonna go Blink. It's a very late Twilight though, so maybe he should just go with a Dark Shrine or something. I don't know. He has a lot of gas, so never mind.
yeah. So the thing about 2v2 is you make compositions that would complement your teammates. So, typically you don't see a 2v2 where both are doing the same exact thing, right?
Yeah.
And, but here we had two Protosses doing a Twilight build, and both of them are going charge.
What?
Right? So yeah, I mean, this
Oh,
is...
that doesn't make sense. Okay, well, here's
So unless they just want to bludgeon them with a big
That could
timing.
work, but these are 2v2 players. The old and gold, all they do is play team games, man. I know these guys. So,
Alright, so I think there are stalkers in position here to be able to intercept this, but let's
yeah,
see
it's just
how
hanging
fast
out
he
here
drops
too,
them.
which is kind of funny.
Is he gonna drop them fast enough and burrow them? Let's see.
Here it is.
The
Let's see how
stalkers
fast
take-
he is. One
No, it's
in
gonna...
the same spot too.
Ouch, no, that's painful.
Well, and is he trying to save both of them? This one. His the medevac. Is he gonna get away?
One more shot!
Oh, good
Nice. Gets
choice.
away.
Turn right there, so he does get away.
Just get
Man,
away.
Cyan's taking quite a hit, right? He took the first Reaper and then he gets the drop. He's like, dude.
Yeah, he really delayed him. Now they're falling behind in supply, both of them. So
Yep.
the best thing to do really is, as Protoss, is to do a timing with a really well thought of composition, and that's how you can really, take
Yeah, it's not
advantage.
looking good. I don't know, man. This game, I don't know how Protoss really has to bludgeon them. Just really go for it. 'Cause the longer this game goes with their lead, the old and gold lead, they're old and gold and they got money. So you don't beat old people by outspending them.
Yeah, if you look at the production, Terran is just queuing
Old
up
people have
orders.
more money in general, guys. Do not try to beat them by outspending them. Just out physical them. So yeah, bludgeon them with charge slot all in. Both of you, you're doing it anyway.
Look at Casper. I think he's about to take gold on the gold base at the 6 o'clock here.
There you go. Old
Yes,
and
he
gold,
is.
rich.
Mining
Ready.
the gold minerals.
Guys, you better, everyone watching this. Oh, there's. I thought that was a knight. What is that? That's just a Hydralisk den. A Hydralisk den for the Zerg.
Now there is a Psystorm being researched for Cyan, and I think that's a good equalizer for the bio that Sloza is making, and also for the Hydras. So I think if he has enough Templars and enough Psystorm, they could technically run him over because they don't have
no.
AoE.
Protoss is scary, man. Charge
They
slot
don't-
really changes things.
Yeah, they don't have AoE unless he made a bunch of mines that we missed, but Old and Gold does not have some way to deal with a lot of charge slots. But their econ is humming along here. Alright, actually,
I like how Lucky Tiger
Tiger's-
upgrading. Look at him.
yeah, 1-1 is about to finish.
Yeah, he's gonna have some tough charge slots here.
But I think it's because, I don't know if you remember, the last 2v2 game they had, one of them went ground and one of them went Stargate, and they just kind of died right away. So I think they're trying to avoid that by making sure they cover the ground. But they're timing. You know, there's a timer now on when they can attack because that lurker den is halfway done, and once there
Yeah.
are lurkers,
It
that's
just
gonna
gets
be tough to
harder.
break. Yeah.
It's much harder to punish him. There's a double drop coming out. Guys, you know, I said 2v2 is hard to cast because there's so much action going on. I know there's not a whole lot of action to start, so this is not a typical thing. They've just been very passive, except for the harassment here by Sloza. So
Yeah. So Lucky Tiger, does he have enough defenses there? He does have a cannon and a few.
he has a few charge slots that's not nearby. He can
He
crush
needs
this.
to bring
Actually,
this down. Bring down your troops. F2 if you have to. There it is. He did F2.
there it is,
Oh.
and that'll clean it up because his charge slots are no joke.
Yeah, these are 1-1 charge lots. So
Oh, gonna fly into the. There's
yeah,
three
but there are
cannons.
3 cannons up there. Let's see if he bypasses this and goes straight for the corner base here by the red.
But
Protoss.
there's
There are
stalkers there.
stalkers. It's gonna wait there.
Now, this is
Actually,
why
I'd let him go in and blink under.
Yes,
blink under.
indeed.
There
Oh,
you go. Nice.
beautiful play,
Perfect.
Cyan. And now they
Nice
gotta get up
play.
front because there's a big army up. Well, maybe it's not that big. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of slow hydras and slow roaches.
All right. But do
Now
you
they're
see
back
this
in
thing?
this game after that.
There's
They're
a
back.
+1 upgrade on air weapons. Does he have Stargates? Lucky Tiger?
Maybe he just.
Oh,
used
now he's making them now.
Oh wow, this
Whoa.
guy. It looks like he's got a plan. Oh,
All right, here
I
it
think
is.
they'll
So-
crush this force again. They're all just gonna go there and converge.
Yeah, but Cyan's not reacting. Although Casper's trying to run away.
Casper's
he's
gonna
trying
join
to-
in with the rest of his Hydra force too. Oh,
this-
but he's getting sandwiched. Lurkers are trying to morph. You gotta get those lurkers before they morph.
Oh, you have some charge lots down low. You're not
No, he's not using them. They would have cleaned that up, and now the lurkers are gonna finish.
using. All right. Well, you know what? Do they have detection? I don't even think that they have a robo.
Do they not have a robo? They're gonna have. They could make 4 oracles.
Oh, Side Storm maybe. They can't kill that.
Oh no, he's like.
No, I think this was their problem last time as well. Nobody made a robo, and nobody had detection.
And
Whoa,
here
that's
come
a-
the tank push. Oh my goodness.
And here, 2 robos for each person.
These guys. They're like, yeah, let me make some robos. It's too
too.
late.
Let's make 4 robos at a time.
Maybe they'll come
Alright.
out 4 times faster.
So this is, covering each other's deficiency, right? With the Protoss, that you don't have to make all of these. That's why you need to plan that ahead. Who
Yeah, I
makes
don't think
what?
they planned like the composition. They didn't really plan the composition. They're doing the exact same thing, one after the other, staggered. They planned like the wall.
No, Lucky Tiger is donating 7
That's
charge
a-
lots down
that's-
there.
How do you bust through that? You can't.
Well, you Side Storm the bio, and then you can just
They
you
mine.
have to go on the other side as well.
Yeah, at least they mine this so they can actually do a flank. And that's really the best way to deal with this. Flank and some storm and all that stuff. But even then, man, look at this army size now.
Okay, so if he storms this bio and he really decimates them, you can bring in your air units to deal with it, right? Although there are Hydras down there.
Yeah, and they're just void rays. This is be rough.
All right, this has to be the Side Storm of your life. Right
You
here.
know, they could clump up all together. That's how that's
All
what
right,
they
here it
need.
is. Oh,
Oh,
that was
that
not a
was
good
not
Side
what
Storm
you
there.
want.
Okay, now you have to engage away from the lurkers. Here it is. You got a side. That's a really nice Side Storm. You can do another in the bio.
You need like 10 of them.
Oh, second one, third one whiffs, and he runs back.
The Void Rays, they're not joining the fight. But I don't know. Oh man, there it is. The Void
There's
Rays are
the
here. If he
Firestorm.
can clean up the anti-air,
Yeah, you know what? There's enough Void Rays
there's
here.
a lot of Void Rays here. They could do it. There's charge slots are coming in. They are gonna clean this up. That's amazing. The Void Rays need to join in though. They're not
He needs
being
to fight with the
controlled
Void
yet.
Rays. He needs to fight with the Void Rays.
There it is. Okay, so alright, so it looks like they'll live.
He does turn on Prismatic Alignment. That will clean up these roaches really quickly. Although they're not all
And how do you
firing.
beat this? You have to go across the map with everything you got at this point
Well,
for you
but
guys
no,
to come back.
he needs more Storm though. There's no way he can deal with this bio.
He has some charge, so I guess that's the only thing. But I
Maybe
guess
if
there's
they make
Hydra
him the-
still in the back.
maybe if he attacks with the Void Rays.
Oh, Cyan's base got found. And that
needs
one
a-
lurker can't be seen.
He needs the detector.
The
But
Void
you know what?
Ray-
If they make them defensive with the Void Rays and then start making a bunch of carriers,
Carriers can win you the game.
but
Do you have the money though?
you can't lose the Void Rays. But there's a big engagement there on the left, and he is going to lose all of the Void Rays. No. All right, so I think this is pretty hard to win now. I think the Olden Gold's economy has just boomed enough that
No.
even if you do a favorable trade for you, you're not gonna be able to catch up. There's just too much firepower here. It's a lot of Hydras. You need more Storm.
You basically need 8 carriers, 8
But you know-
Templars.
Yeah, they do have a lot of money. They're just not spending it. Right? So Cyan has a
Oh,
lot.
Asaya has so much money. Wow, he needs to
Yeah.
spend that.
Oh, he did. He gave a lot to Lucky Tiger, and the Lucky Tiger just needs to spend it as well. And he just
Look at all
there's
these
a lot of.
storm.
He doesn't have enough time to build up the energy here, though. Oh, he's gonna make him into Archons. Right now, you need Storm because you need to deal with that bio, and let the carriers take care of the ranged tanks. But I guess there's not enough time to build energy anyway. So,
And
all right, there's
the
there's
Zerg's gonna come in for a sandwich.
that's a big.
In fact, focus on the Nexus first.
Yep, and I think this will do it.
Pretty dominant victory here for.
Yeah, there's a few slip-ups here and there. I think if they got to their ideal composition with the ball, I think they would have had a good chance. But unfortunately, right, they got whittled down. And there it is. Game 1 goes to Golden Gold. Alright. We have game 2 will be played on Arctic Dream. So the thing about Arctic Dream is you do not have a common ship, but you do have a free expansion in the back that's easy to take. So
Yeah. I forgot that was just game 1.
it was entertaining. It's just a few slip-ups here and there and bad timing, and then not having detection when those 2 lurkers finished morphing. So I think if they had detection at the time when those lurkers finished, I think they would have been fine, because of that they lost. Hyper Turtle lost his 3rd base and eventually lost his 2nd because of just those 2 lurkers.
The lurkers, the Reaper coming in,
Yeah.
the mines, it all
Yeah.
adds up, guys.
It is. I mean, Cyan did have a nice blink under those 2 dropships.
That's when they came
cleaned it up.
back a little bit, but they didn't have detection. And really, the big problem is they're both doing the same thing. They really didn't have a plan.
Yeah, I think you need to make units that will complement each other. That's the thing about 2v2 is you don't need to be well-rounded, right? You just need to specialize on one part and then just complement your teammate.
Righty. Well, we're here.
Alright, just making sure Casper is playing Zerg or he is intending to play random. He is playing random.
Did he play random last time?
No, he's a Zerg player. But let me make sure.
Yeah, let's go. guys. We're still kind of.
Okay, yes, playing random.
Alright, we're loading into the game. This is game 2 of the 2v2.
FSL Season 4.
Alright, we're gonna start with the guy we didn't intro properly the last time. In the bottom right, the Terran player.
Sloza.
And his partner, who's random but spawns as Terran and looks like Seth lagging out. So let's hang tight. Hang tight, guys. Seth? Frozen, guys, so hang tight. We wait for him to drop. I think he's gonna drop, which means I'll cast. Well, you know, the game just started, so maybe we can just remake this. No worries. So we're gonna remake it. Oh, man. Alright. Have to redo this again. We'll re-invite them. And while we do so the map, let me find the map for a second. That's Arctic Dream. Invite the guys. Hang tight.
You guys did continue?
No, because it just started, so we might as well have you in there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm re-inviting. I remade the map, Arctic Dream. You sent when you back. Alright guys, we just remade it and make sure, might as well get a caster in. Better than casting myself and the game just started, wasn't it?
Right. Just line them up. And
Go check if they're ready.
looks like, well, science team is ready.
sometimes they don't see that. So hold on. Okay, they're ready.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, maybe it's I've had this power computer from a decade ago. Maybe it's time to upgrade.
Did it crash or?
Yeah, it just crashed. I think it's seeing its last legs.
It rebooted pretty fast, so not bad.
Alright, go ahead and start it. I can't start it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Alright guys, we're gonna start it right now. The game loading. Sorry for that wait. Not usually the admin, so. So welcome back. Game 2. Or 2v2 match.
FSL Season
I was actually looking forward to that Terran versus Protoss.
Yeah, well, now it's gonna be interesting. So, alright, so bottom right, the team of Owen Go is composed of this first guy, Deserve,
Casper 631.
and Oza, of course. Didn't have an intro last time ready.
Sloza.
And their team name,
Team Old and Gold.
Alright, in the top left corner of the map, we have our orange Protoss.
Lucky Tiger.
And his purple Protoss teammate is.
Cyan.
And their team name is called.
Predator.
I guess Cyan wants to be Arnold Schwarzenegger there.
Alright, so look at Sloza. Maybe do some diligent scouting. Make sure he doesn't get cheesed by these double Protoss.
Yeah, that's a good idea to scout. Although me personally, I'd send it directly to the base. If you don't see any structures, then you know you're being proxied.
Yeah, because you can hit two birds with one stone, right? If they aren't proxying, then you can see their, quick tech, or if they have a forge. In this case, there is a forge, but
it's the standard Lucky Tiger forge, man. It's the safety one.
Yeah, it's a defensive forge. I think it's because this 2v2 map is you're by yourself. You don't have a common. You kind of have a semi-common choke down there, but you have your own wall basically. And so he wants to be safe. He just wants to put his safety. He wants to feel comfortable, put that cannon right in the front, and not having to worry about it. Although he hasn't started warping it yet.
Oh, it's a Ling.
Oh, it's a Ling
early
rush.
Ling rush. He has one Zealot. He's got one more coming. The Zealot's gonna take just one Ling. Good micro. He's gonna take away this pylon.
This is when you need
Oh,
to pull
no.
your probes.
Cyan didn't have anything. He did a fast expand.
And he needs to
There's
pull
the
his probes.
Zealots
There it
here.
is.
He's gonna pull the probes. So I think he'll be okay, but he's gonna lose so much mining time. Cyan not able to help at all.
He cannot. But he needs to make that's the pylon again.
Yeah, he forgot. I don't know if he's ever been Ling rushed like this before. Well, he played Ladder. I'm sure he's gotten Ling rushed before.
Alright, so there's the pylon, and that was when the time to put that extra.
Oh, you need to close it. Cyan's still not helping. He's still kind of doing his own thing.
Well, he wants to make sure he's safe too. This is actually bad news here. There's a lot more Lings.
Yeah. Welcome to your first Ling rush, Lucky Tiger. You had the forge, but you didn't use it.
Didn't use it. He didn't make another pylon. He didn't make
If he had made
another
a
Zealot.
forge, if he had made a cannon
And
right
there's
after
more
that,
Lings.
I think he would
There-
have been fine.
There are actually more Lings coming down. This is a time when
because
Cyan needs to go
he
help
saw
out.
it. He's like, you know what? I can keep Ling rushing this guy. He's not getting any help from Cyan.
Alright, so
and
there's
he just
4
said-
gates done. I think he can. Oh no, he's gonna lose all his probes here. No, he cannot fight that. There's too many Lings.
Well, okay, so Cyan has to do this by himself. At this
Gotta
point,
go.
there's just nothing he can do.
Yeah, so
He doesn't even have a probe in the map, I don't think.
we're gonna have to do a workshop with Lucky Tiger on how to deal with early Ling rushes.
I'm sure he's had to deal with it, but he
Well,
probably
maybe-
usually puts in his cannon. Maybe he
Yeah, but
forgot.
the problem is the Ling rushers that he's dealt with are also, you know, silver or below. So it's not as well timed as
Yeah.
Casper's, right?
Yeah. Well, he's gonna live for now.
Yeah, but
There's a lot of adepts. If he sends that over to the Zerg, there's not much even Terran can do. So I think after you clean this up, you go. But he's not.
that's right. A
He's
lot
not.
of cyclones are being made.
Yeah, Cyan can punish them, that's for sure. But here's the thing: he's defensive.
Yeah, he's got to go because if
He
you just
has
sit
to
back
go.
and
This
wait,
is the only chance. You can't macro your way out of this, guys. You gotta go. And now he's letting the Zerg.
oh, there it is. He's going.
Okay.
So you know, as a team 2v2 player and a team, and if you are aware of your partner in terms of don't want to leave him on an island, you veto this map, right? This is one of the maps you veto. This and I think Emerald Green are the ones that you have your own choke, right? So that's a time to veto the map and just make sure that you guys are together.
He's wasting time on this Overlord. He needs to get going.
Yeah, he needs to go down. Just go do. Yeah. Oh, but there
but
are
he's
3
not.
cyclones.
He's just kinda hanging
But you know
out.
what? He can intercept these cyclones, and maybe if he cleans this up, but there's a micro involved here, and lock on has started already.
Cyan's giving away some free units. Lucky Tiger is trying to slowly build up. He does have 2 cannons. So he'd be relatively safe. Now Cyan's not pushing through, and now Zerg gets to enjoy his life. I think if he just gone to Zerg,
Yeah,
or
I think
just
he could have
gone to
done.
attack something, because there's not much here. He could have wrecked these, but Cyan just didn't go. And now
Yeah,
he's back,
this-
so this is going to be an issue. The cannons are certainly helping this time around. In fact, no lings get through. But look, these 3 cyclones.
So this is when you shade right on top of the cyclone.
Yeah, exactly. You shade over, so then they can't run
Yeah,
away. He's not
they
using
can't
his
run away.
shade. He just has cyclones that are, adepts that are just regular adepts.
Yeah.
Even running into the slow zone there.
So Sloza escapes via the slow zone.
Yes. Not looking good here.
Alright, but you know what? Cyan did start off early expansion, and he should have a good booming economy with lots of gateways. I think if he just, masses up and targets somebody,
Yes.
I think,
If
right?
he goes, that's still the same story. If you just go and attack
Yeah, there's
and
a
trade
lot
well,
of. I think there's a lot of roaches going northbound here, but it's turning around because it saw the big army by Cyan.
yeah, Sergio's probably like, dude, I need your help.
Yeah, but there are tanks up there. I think if he goes to the Zerg
The
side,
Zerg is the perfect one to hit.
yeah, because
Terran is too hard because of his tanks, as you said.
he's pretty much bunkered up here, and you
But
can
Cyan's
cancel
actually
that
not
third.
going again. He's
I think he's
distracted by
chasing-
these overlords, and now he's not going again.
Yeah, he needs to go and take.
Oh, there's
take
so
out the
many
third.
opportunities.
Yeah. No, they don't have detection again.
And now he's gonna get scared of one Widow Mine, and now it's too late again.
Alright, well, here's the battle here. No,
Oh, now
he's
he
not.
chooses
He's
to be
gonna-
in a sandwich. Oh, he had that on the left side.
Alright, so let's see. Is he gonna warp in?
His army's not bad, actually.
Yeah, it's not bad. He can take this if he does another round of warp-ins. He has a lot of gateways. But there's too many roaches now. You don't have enough tanks anymore.
Yeah, it's a 2-on-1. Right? You kind of have to expect that. So this is why I'm saying, sometimes you just gotta go.
Yeah,
Can't
because
macro
then
your
you...
world. You can't
because-
macro back. Your guy is like just now building. He does have the Dark Templar. So maybe there's a world here he sends the DTs over. Is there detection? No detection for Zerg.
I think he waited too long for it to become a 2v1. If he engages that on a 1v1, he could have easily won.
Well, he waited. He was distracted by the,
Oh, no.
the Overlord. He was chasing it 3 times over, and then the the Cyclones distracted him. He went back again. So
It's unfortunate because he had a timing there.
he had a chance, that's for sure, but he just didn't
Well,
go.
let's see if the DTs.
The DT is the last chance.
Now, who made the DTs? Was it Lucky Tiger or was
Lucky
it
Tiger
Cyan?
made the DT not to attack with, but just to make as defense.
Oh, this is when
So
you
they're-
send it out as well.
Yeah, I think they're playing really separate games here, which is they're really not kind of like, hey, dude, I have a DT. Cyan would have said, go send it, dude. You know? And now Sloza is going to
gonna
be
start.
helping with the siege.
I don't even know if they have detection for the mines. Now, although the mines will just shoot once and reload for a while,
Yeah.
but still.
Mines is the least of their worries here, really. It's the 4 tanks. That's the
If you
scary
send that
thing.
DT down,
Yeah, send the Dark Templar. You can do so much damage.
uh,
They kind of see it. I mean, they
But-
have vision of.
Lucky Tiger still doesn't have an expansion right now, so.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of money.
And the SCV's watching it. I'm like, when are you gonna expand, dude?
The SCV's like they're all in. Like, well, they're just behind.
Alright.
Now, this game's still going on. Cyan's gonna do a drop, which probably should have been the first thing he did in the first place.
Yeah, but
Everything's
yeah,
just
really,
like kind of like going the wrong way for them. So this is really.
because I think if Cyan just attacked anybody, even just the Terran that's bunkered up or the Zerg,
Yeah,
then he engaged them on a one-on-one.
right on
Capacity.
2-on-2 capacity,
Yeah, or
exactly.
a
And here you
2-for-1.
go. Gonna be doing 2-on-1 again. Actually, Lucky Tiger needs to send his guys down. There is a where is that prism? It's hanging in the bottom left.
Way down there.
Alright, Lucky Tiger. If I am Cyan, I'm like, Lucky Tiger, come
Send it down.
with me now.
No, you're not. Don't lose that. All right, out of the range of the.
I don't think
tanks.
he's instructing Lucky Tiger to come down. He needs
Yeah,
to
he
send,
needs-
like, you need to tell him. Your guy is new. You need to give him
No.
really specific instructions, and he's taking this whole team by himself.
No, you can't. No, you gotta back off. You're gonna lose this entire army. Also with the Biles, and Lucky
And
Tiger.
look,
is
Lucky Tiger's still not there. She needs to go now. Actually, Lucky Tiger can clean this up if those scans and don't realize it. So you know what? If he was in the fight with the Dark Templar,
There it is. But it's going.
where are you going?
Wait, no, not there. He's gonna go straight to the base.
Yeah, but one on that side would be fine. It's amazing to me that actually Cyan is fighting off 2-on-1, and Lucky
Yeah.
Tiger's gonna give him the the Zella. I was like, no, dude, I'm sending the other one this way. So this is their Hail Mary play. He's gonna
Wait.
send.
He's
these
actually
DTs.
have him in move command, so
That actually worked out. That is move command, right? Does not alert them to his presence,
oh, but there's
except these
there are
turrets.
turrets there.
but he's gonna get in. And you know what? I wish he had sent it to the Zerg, man. The Zerg.
Well, he does have a thing there.
Yeah, but the Zerg usually is not as good fighting. Oh, and look at this. It's dancing. There's a fight up front. One DT here would do wonders. But he will
Yeah,
do a
the-
lot of wonders there.
Yeah, but you know, Slow's just experienced enough to know how to handle this.
Yep.
He is gonna lose one command center, but he's got 3 more, right?
Yep, indeed. You have other Dark Templar here, Lucky Tiger. You should send that and clean that up. There's no scans. They're wasting it on the other side. But he is really busy. Remember, he is a new player, so he's like, okay, now I send it, right? And there's the DTs being forced into action.
Maybe that's a good thing that he got attacked.
He's like, oh,
Oh, but he
oh,
turns
but he runs
around.
back. Why? That was your chance to do free kills, and he runs back to where? For why? No.
Alright. Oh, I think this.
Well,
this
it's
is
been
it.
over. They had plenty of chances because
Yeah, I mean,
But,
just like game 1, they had some
Overseer's
chance.
here too. So now it's really no use for the DTs.
Yeah, I mean, once you've revealed it, you've given away that surprise element, right?
And that's gonna do it.
Alright. Back to the drawing board here for Predator.
Probably not teamwork just yet for those two. Something to improve for the following game. That's
Alright. So yeah, it's not gonna be easy because I think Predators face next Friday. This Friday is Kodayo.
Yeah, they had a better chance against this team.
Yes.
Kodeo is gonna be
Alright,
tough.
so
Kodeo
let's see
might
if
have
we
been a
can-
champ team, so
Let's see if we can chat with our players. Good games, everyone. Very entertaining games. All I can say is the Predators had plenty of windows and opportunities there. Just didn't pan out, but they were entertaining
yeah.
games.
Turn your cameras on, guys. So we can interview you guys.
It was
properly.
off. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, let's. One thing we did notice was
Also, first game. So Predators. Question was first game. You guys were building the same things. You guys were getting charged. You guys were building gateway units. Was that planned?
Yeah, for the start it was, yeah, and then I told them to go ahead and tech up to air units, but I think it might have been just too late by then.
I think you guys were in good position. I
We
think
caught the drop, and I had Storm on the way,
Yeah.
and when they first attacked down, I think at his third,
yeah.
I felt like we cleaned that up pretty good, and we were getting ready to march across the map, or I had already moved across the map, and then I think they circled back around and took out most of his guys.
Yeah, it was a really, I want to commend you on that drop play where you blinked right under and cleaned that drop up. But I think it's the same theme from last time where you guys didn't have detection. And so the two lurkers that, just barely finished morphing and was able to burrow and you guys couldn't deal with it. And I think that enabled them to take out the third on Lucky Tigers, and then it's eventually inched up to take Lucky Tigers second. And I think from then on, I think you guys had a good position right before that, right?
Yep. In fact, I would dare say they were ahead when they blinked and killed that drop, right?
Yeah.
But it's just really a matter of teamwork and the tech choice. So
Yeah, it's funny because as soon as that happened and you guys realized you couldn't kill the lurkers, both of you made 2 robos each.
by that time it's too late, right? So I think I think this goes back to I know you guys didn't have a whole lot of time to practice and prepare, but you guys didn't have complementary builds. You guys did the same thing each. So typically if you're the same race, one should do something while the other does something else. So that's gonna handicap you the rest of the ways, but that's an easy fix, right? So that's the good news. That's an easy fix for your
Game
next
2 as
game.
well, you guys had plenty of opportunities, I think, even though Lucky Tiger was behind. I think Cyan, you had a bigger army. You could have taken out one of them.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
It didn't work out that way.
Yeah, you were down there ready to go, and I'm like, oh, this is their chance. They can win. But you were kind of distracted by the overlords 3 times over. And then you kind of went back and forth. And I was like, oh, he didn't go. He could actually just punish one of them. Then it'll be back to an even game. So, obviously, you don't have hacks. You can't see what we see. But in that situation, you have to do damage. You have to go. Because you will lose anyway. You can't win the macro game. Your opponent was cut down to 0 workers. Right? It's just not possible to macro from that on without doing damage. Anyway, look, it was a good attempt. You can watch the VODs. I'm sure you guys will improve from that. That's the good news. These are really simple changes that'll change the game completely for you guys on your next match. Although you have a tough one. Seth told me you guys are playing Kodeo. I think that might have been a season champ. A champ from one of the tournaments. So you gotta get your A game ready for the next one. And good luck. Now let's chat with the winners. Congrats, to you guys. You guys, the harassment. You guys obviously have been playing team games. Very good coordination there. Even on the second game, you're like, he's dying to my lings. Let me just keep making more, right? And that worked great. Tell us about the games.
The first one, I think we kind of, that was definitely our warm-up game, because I think we kind of sat back a little longer than we normally do.
Defensive, huh?
Yeah, I was getting a little bit worried, and I was basically sacrificing overlords because I kept seeing, like you said, the same tech units, and I was just worried, and I'm like, I must be missing something, like somebody's going secret air. But then I was seeing that they both had a decent amount of units, and I'm like, if they're going secret air, it's not very much air. And
True.
so when we did that first little bit of harass after he's like, oh, they cleaned it up, I just started pumping roaches, and I was like, okay, well, by the time they get here, I'll have a ton of roaches, and that's going to be kind of painful. And I didn't check to see what Surge had, which I probably should have been like, hey, grab a tank or something, but
You have free vision to your partner, but you're like, I
Right.
didn't see what you had.
yeah, I didn't even look over. I was just kind of
You're
like,
whatever,
he's got-
Serge. I'll do my own thing.
yeah, I'll
Serge,
fight them
tell
on
us
my
your
own.
perspective. Tell us from your perspective what that game was like. The games
Yeah.
were like.
So I saw one of Science matches with DTs and air. So I'm like, watch the DTs for the first game, watch the air, and that's what we were looking for. Kind of scouting around. But we were really just trying to harass a little bit and just kind of see what they're doing, and then try to deny their thirds, right, if we could. So that was like the main strategy. And after that, it was just let's go here, let's go there, kind of together. Even though
Gotcha.
he bring a lot of things, but when we attack, we attack together mostly.
Yeah, actually, I'd like to commend you on that. The time where Cyan was southbound to one of you guys, he had a big army. It's bigger than any one of you guys individually. But you guys actually prepared a sandwich where one of you guys went from the north side and the other in the south side to really try to sandwich him, and it really showed the coordination you guys had in that game. So I want to point that out. It was really good.
Yeah, that's true. And for you, Old and Gold, you'll be facing Super Smurfers next.
Right.
So
Okay.
who is that, Seth?
The super that would be
that's
Spaghettio.
Spaghettio and
his
ET.
teammate. Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be good. All right, guys. Well, good luck. You'll have a little bit of a tougher opponent there, and we'll see how that works out for you. You have plenty of time to prepare. And Cyan, you're not done, man. You are
He's warmed up.
playing. You are playing against Dark Menace. You took a beating in the last few. Hopefully, you're ready for this one. Do you think you're gonna get some beating, or you're gonna give the beating back? We'll find out. Let's bring in Dark Menace for an interview. And
All right, well,
actually,
thanks. Let's just thank our previous player here. Thanks, Old and Gold. We'll see you guys
all right, Casper
next time.
and Lucky
Okay,
Tiger.
guys.
We'll see you in the next one. And actually, Sloza, maybe you can hang back a little bit. Hey, Seth, do you have a co-caster on this next? Oh, Maligan's here. Okay,
Yeah,
Maligan's
Maligan's
here,
on.
so it's all good. Hey, Sloza, good seeing you again. Congrats
Yeah,
on
you
the
too.
win. We'll see you in your next match.
Thanks, guys. See you.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got the hot seat here for Cyan. Cyan has a tough night because he's not done. Now he's got to face it alone. It's all
Yeah.
you now.
I mean, I don't blame Cyan in his position. I mean, because he just came from Code A and he's just got promoted. And when that
Sometimes promotion
happens,
sucks, man.
when that happens, you get promoted at work. Then you get extra
Let's turn on
duties,
your
right?
cameras, guys. Let's get everybody's cameras on.
And you get extra duties. You get some stuff that they want to hand over to you, and it gets tough to be promoted. That's what happened with Regret coming from Code B to Code A. I mean, Code A to Code S, and it had a hard time in the beginning there, but you get
All right. Well,
thrown to the fire.
all right, well,
That's right.
that's coming up now. So let's, we got Dark Menace here. Welcome Maligan, co-casting with Seth tonight. You guys will be co-casting the last series of the night. So let's have some questions for these players.
All right, so Cyan, have you been preparing for against the Zerg here? Has that been your focus instead of the 2v2?
Yeah, so like I said with Lucky Tiger, we played a few 2v2s, but I was doing a lot of customs with Nihilus over the week. Just doing different builds and watching some of the DreamHack stuff as well to see how they're opening against Zerg and what they're actually doing. Obviously, not good as those guys, but hopefully I can get a couple of builds down and put on a good show tonight.
All right, looking forward to some. I'm gonna see some DreamHack builds here tonight.
Oh yeah, some max packs coming.
All right,
Yeah.
what about you, Dark Menace? Have you been practicing against Protoss? Have you been practicing with Neutrophil to prepare you for this game?
Yeah, I actually have. But I'm kind of nervous for what builds he has in store for me. I'll just play probably macro style, but he's not sure if that's a lie or not. But I don't know. I'm just nervous for the game.
Oh, there you go, Cyan. He's gonna be doing a macro style game, so that's a hint.
Supposedly,
Perfect.
supposedly. don't believe anything you hear, but
One base all in incoming. Well, do you guys have anything else to say before we get started?
I'm all
Good
good.
luck. Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
good luck,
We're
gentlemen.
gonna mute and deafen you. We'll talk to you guys after the match.
And cameras off for you guys. We'll have it just the players now.
Right.
All right, definitely Dark Menace is favored here, so let's see if Cyan can pull an upset.
Yeah. I'm more concerned with how is Science 1v1 form, right? Is he gonna macro and then do his micro and adjusting? Because against a Zerg, right, you need to be able to adjust to what they're doing as well.
Yeah, you have to read Zerg really in the beginning, especially.
Alright, you guys are watching.
FSL Season.
Alright, Sir Malagan. Let's do this.
Let's introduce the bottom right player. It is our underdog. It is
Cyan.
And on the top left corner of Romanticide.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Good game.
You didn't even say GG!
That's gotta be the fastest game
Fastest
we've ever had.
FSL game. It's 0-1 now.
What was that? All right, we have to remake. What
If I
happened
was
there?
on Cyan, I'd be like, nope, that's my victory.
That's a stat right there. A win. So what actually happened? Did somebody jump out or
misclick or some bug?
probably a
I don't know, but
probably a misclick?
yeah, that doesn't matter. We'll start it again.
All right. Maybe one of the players wasn't ready yet. All right.
All right, I think we have all of our players in.
So we're not.
Yeah, we can. All right, so let's start this up. So if we look at the maps, they vetoed Jagannatha, Beckett, 2000 Atmospheres, and Blackbird. So basically all of the new maps this season, in addition to Jagannatha. So I think they just want to play standard games, nothing out of the ordinary, right? Starting up with a Protoss favored Romanticide, right? Because Protoss loves that map. They can get their third easily there.
Yeah,
Here we are.
Alright. Let's introduce the players again on the top right.
Top left.
I mean, top left. It is our Protoss player. He is
Cyan.
And in the bottom right corner of Romanticide, we have our orange Zerg. He is
Dark Menace.
Yeah, so this Romanticide is actually a good Protoss map. I mean, it's not heavily favored, unlike some previous heavily favored Protoss. Can't remember, Eternal Empire was it? But it's also easy to take your third here, and that's what Protoss likes to do, right? Once you get your third up and running safely, you can just make any unit you want, any composition.
Yeah. Yeah, I think now that you mentioned it, yeah, my win percentage in this map is definitely higher than the others. So
Yeah.
you're right. This is a Protoss map.
Yeah, I mean, the best one was Eternal Empire. Well, one of the best ones, which is now no longer in the map pool. But I think that's the reason Cyan picked this map.
Hey, look at that! Cyan is now building his wall in the bottom, which is
That's
good.
right. And yeah,
The last series, he kept making his structures on the ramp.
on the ramp, yeah. And so I remember Regret was scouting that, and if you actually look at the VOD, I think when Regret had his Overlord right here, and he saw that it was above the ramp, he was like, "Huh?" He was confused for a bit, and then at that point, you saw him like queued up a bunch of links.
Yeah. It's like a temptations for Zerg
Yeah, he's like, is this too good to be true? Should I? All right, you know what? I'll take it.
Yep. All right. So
But
he's
yeah, so he talked about been watching DreamHack and preparing DreamHack builds. In DreamHack, there's especially in Europe, both Europe and America and then NA, there's a lot of Protosses, right? And so there's it's Protoss favored in from the top to the low GMs. There's a lot of Protosses made it, so there's a lot of builds to be had, a lot to follow.
Yep. Oh my gosh, Cyan is already supply block. Oh.
Yes. Well, that's a late
pylon there.
Yeah, we were actually Freedom and I were talking about this in the first game.
Yeah, he's
right. Protoss, you really need to be aware of your timings on when to drop down your pylon because it's so easy to be supply blocked.
Yep.
And but you don't want to. Unlike Zerg, sometimes I just make 2 overlords at a time, right? But in Protoss, you really need that minerals to get going to put down all your production facilities.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to drop in 2 pylons right away when you don't need it yet. So, but at the same time, you don't want to be supply blocked.
Yeah, look at that. Zerg is already on third base. So
yeah. So standard opening here for the Zerg. He's got his 3rd early. I'd like to see these 2 adepts though making their way. Yeah, just harassing.
You need to use it right away. Scouting, harassing. So I think he's waiting for 2 more.
Cyan has a little bit of nerves here. He's got the 4th probe on the gas, and he hasn't fixed it yet. So
yeah.
But the thing about scouting report on Dark Menace is he loves to macro or just build up and power up. But at the same time, he's very good at identifying when he's going to be attacked and making units and response just in time. And so right now he's just macroing. He made 4 lings, but he's just gonna be droning up from here on out. He is supply block though. He has 3 overlords on the way. And that won't be there for a while.
That's a risky move there by Cyan, sending everything out with the overlords, seeing that there's nothing there. Okay, there you go.
This is curious though. He's making a lot of adepts. If you're doing an adept push and you're making this much, I would have had him research.
The blades?
Yeah, the glaives, right? But yeah, let's see how his micro is here. The roaches are not out yet. I think he can.
Oh,
he does not cancel here.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's not microing
everything. Yep.
He needs to target the drones, not A move, right? This is when you do not A move.
Yeah, I think he only killed 2 lings. That was it.
Yeah, so he it's a good idea to split him up. Problem is that he just A moved when they got there, and so they will target them the fighting units, not the drones.
That's a lot. That's a lot of units. He doesn't have a shield battery.
Yes. Oh gosh. Oh no.
He needs some shield batteries here.
Moving out.
Where's he going? He's probably looking for that 2nd overlord.
So Dark Menace identifies. You know what? That's it for Zealots. I think I can go. And there he is. He's gonna go.
He's gonna go. He's gonna bust through and harass his mineral line in the main.
Yeah, and the Cyan's main force is out of position actually, and they're making their way down. There's no shield battery.
So there's the Ling. He's gonna go to the mineral line and just wreak havoc there.
I don't even think this is enough.
He needs a battery shield here.
Oh no.
Oh no, he doesn't know he's being attacked on the mineral line.
Yeah, because he's preoccupied in the front.
Yeah. There you go. Now he's.
Alright, well, you know what? He won't die here because the Void Rays.
Void Rays coming out.
But
he's definitely set back. He only has 21 workers. He lost 12. Alright.
Dark Menace just microing just the tiniest bit there, but this doesn't look good, right?
Yeah.
Look
This
at
is-
Dark Menace just transfer. He has 3 base fully saturated already.
the,
He's
the
got
third base is
74. Yeah.
yeah. He has 72 workers. That's crazy.
His fort is
Alright.
coming up.
Yeah.
Lurkers are being made. Yes. I
There's
think
no third for science, so definitely
even if you put parting on the other side here, I don't know
Yeah.
if you
can come back from this one.
come back from this one. Yeah.
Gonna be a big wave of Zerg coming out at probably what 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah. He has a lot of money. I don't know. I mean, I think he's just waiting for the lurker. Then he's making hydras. There it is. Or maybe he didn't have enough larvae. So
Yeah, Protoss is really cash strapped right now. Look at that.
he does not have enough larvae. That's why. So
Yeah.
he can't spend his money as fast as he'd like to. But here's an attack in the front. It's a late reaction by Cyan. He needs to bring his Void Ray down there. He doesn't want to lose that Cyber at this point in the game. Alright, prismatic alignment has started, but you know, I think
Still no shield batteries there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
There's-
unfortunate for him, there's gonna be Hydras. His Void Rays are gonna be useless.
Yeah, there's too many Hydras with
Yeah.
all the upgrades for the Hydras already as well. He's even gonna complement and round out this army with some lurkers, but I don't even think he needs it. There's no AoE for the Protoss. With that many Hydras, you can't deal with it without AoE.
Yeah, Protoss is trying to catch up by chronoing all his probe reduction, but I think it's not gonna be enough. He just lost too much probes.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. There's the big force.
And I think
This is it.
I'll give about 20 seconds. 20
Oh,
seconds.
he's supply blocked again.
No.
Cyan is supply blocked. Oh.
Yeah. Give it 20 seconds and I think it'll be GG. Actually 10
Yeah.
seconds now, I think. There's just not enough here at all.
Yeah, it's just like... Oh, the lurkers are here. I think that's it. GG.
Yeah, he's even trying to look for that observer, but it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes out 1 lurker, 2 lurkers, but...
Yep, there you go. GG.
Alright, so... Assess that game. I think he invested a lot of resources and time in making those 8 adepts that really didn't do anything.
Yeah, he lost everything. He only killed 2 two Zerglings.
Yeah,
So-
and then to counter that, I mean, to make it worse, the counter by Dark Menace with just Zerglings got through
Yeah.
and did so much damage.
He didn't have any shield batteries, so that definitely could have at least, limited or lessened the blow there. He lost what, 15 workers on that first counter by
Yeah.
Dark Menace, and then from there on it was just downhill for him.
So, one of the things that somebody said a long time ago, right? You either go full out or you don't go yet, right? You don't go halfway because otherwise it doesn't mean anything. It's not going to do much. Might as well just wait. But instead, he kind of went with 8 no glaive adepts, and it wasn't microed.
Yeah. He did split it, but unfortunately it was a bad split. He should have cancelled the shade. Seeing all those links, and at that point you just kind of step back, then save your adepts, use it for later, or maybe harass the third, right?
And also, I mean, to make that many adepts, right, it doesn't really scale that well later on, and also that you don't even have the proper glaive upgrades, so you don't need to invest in that many adepts. The 2 adepts are actually enough to do the harassment that you want to do.
Yep.
Alright, so anyway, we're on to game number 2. On the top left corner, down 0-1, we have our blue Protoss.
Cyan.
All right, on the bottom right, it takes game 1. It is.
Dark Menace.
And this is. Dark Menace really likes that 2 extractor cancel.
Double extractor. Yep. Yeah, I do the same. Who does the 3 extractor?
Well, no, get on team when the extractor is close enough to you.
Yeah.
So in team games, I think there's that one 4v4 map where that your teammate's extractor is just right there near
Yeah,
your
so you
base.
just use it.
Yeah, then you can do your 3 extractor trick.
Yep. Alright, so he
Alright,
sees the spawning
Well,
pool
you
and
know what? For
expansion.
those who are watching, like, what is this extractor trick? So the thing is, when the Zerg starts off, you can just max out on your supply with the drones, so you can get up to 14 right away, and not make your overlord yet. And then you can make 2 extractors, which then takes away from your drone count, so you can make 2 more drones. And at that point, you can cancel the extractor. So now you have 2 over the supply that you can make. And at that point, you can get your overlord. But while that overlord's making, you have 2 more drones that are mining, so it gives you more money. But at the same time, you lose some money by doing the cancel. But I think it's I don't know. Somebody needs to do the math on exactly where you end up in the end.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more. It's beneficial to have 2 more drones than losing what? How many? 25, 50 minerals, right? You
Yeah,
lose.
but also at the same time, your overlord that you make, the first one, is a little bit delayed as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I think the double extractor might be just a tad ahead. I don't know. You have to really do the math or see how it works out.
Look at that. Cyan hasn't expanded, so let's see what he's building there. Oh, okay, so he's doing the adepts again.
Well, so adept and stalker. So
Yeah, it's stalker.
now I prefer him to not make any more adepts, or unless he makes 1 more adept.
Oh no, I think
he's gonna expand first.
Oh, there you go. He expanded. Yep. So you don't want to fall behind.
So, all right. So if we go back to his front here, you know, his build he could probably optimize a little bit better, because you don't need to wall right away.
Oh my gosh, he has so many holes in that wall.
Yeah, he probably does have. Well, maybe the one on the stalker is not a hole. I don't know.
I think it is.
But the point here is that you don't need to make that wall right away. That means you can start your nexus faster.
Yeah. Yep.
Then once your nexus is warping, and then you can put the wall. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So by you making the wall first, it's not like he's doing a 12 pool, right? But you'll get your nexus out faster, means you can get more probes out faster. And so those are small things that you can adjust. But even let's do that wall test here.
Yep, there comes a flooding. Because
Baneling bust, actually.
Yeah, I think when Dark Menace saw that the wall wasn't tight,
yeah,
it's something that you're just telling Zerg, hey, come bust me.
And he doesn't have a shield battery.
He doesn't have a shield again. He needs some. Oh my gosh, I think this will end it.
Let's see if you know what the banelings were wasted on the gateways.
Yeah.
Now, he needs to warp in now, though. The warp is a little bit late there.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's gonna hold here. He needs to kill those drones, though. I mean,
probes. I mean, Zerglings. Yep.
Yeah, just warp in some more. You see?
Oh, he doesn't have minerals to warp.
Oh, he does not. No.
Oh my gosh. And more flooding in. Yeah, this is what happens. This is what happens when you don't wall properly.
Yeah, it's a walling exercises at this point.
Oh my gosh. I think that's it, man. It's just gonna be a flood of link.
Yeah, it's a wall exercise. that ended anticlimactically there.
Yeah, unfortunate for Cyan, his wall was just not tight enough, or
Yeah, I think it was yeah.
Alright.
Oh, Cyan, I think you just need to wall that off and close it off. And I think with I think there were 2 or 3 openings there. I think you would have held that Baneling bust and you would have been fine. Unfortunately, it didn't work out.
Yeah, it was good to see you though, walling off at the bottom. I mean,
Yeah.
the natural expansion, which was great. It was like, oh, finally. Yeah, but unfortunately, you forgot to put some shield batteries as well. So that. Anti-Zerg walls. Yeah, oh yeah. Bailing bus was.
You know, when I put those buildings down there, the little circles, they look like they were overlapping. And then I put the stalker there, and I said, all right, let me see what the adept does. And then he starts, doing a figure eight through all the buildings. I'm like,
Yeah, we saw that too. I was like, oh no!
So
and I just started shaking my head, like, I don't know.
Screwed up the wall,
I never
and
messed that up.
That's a
Yeah,
Protoss thing. But let me give you a tip on what one of the pro SC2 Protoss told me. So you don't have to deal with walling incorrectly. What you do is you make the gateway, right, hugging something, right, either the left or right side, and then you make the cyber up a little bit from that with a hole, just for you. And then guess what? The gateway will be easy to completely close. So you don't have to worry about anything. So
yeah,
you make the gateway, make the cyber next to it, but with the hole between those two, and then the second gateway will close off almost every wall. So that way you don't have to worry about any walling, period.
Yeah, and then when you get into that part where you realize you have multiple holes, just plug the hole with a shield battery or
plug
another
it in
pylon.
anyway. Yeah. You
Yeah,
can't
just
let
plug
it
it.
open. It's too tasty.
Yeah.
Zergs will see it and they'll
Yeah.
be like, dude.
I think that's what
Ooh,
was
yummy.
happening. Dark Menace had an overlord up there, and he was looking at
Yeah.
it. And I think he kept zooming at him, like, wait, there are holes there. I'm just gonna go all Zerglings here. But you know what? You had the right idea of keeping the pylon behind the bigger buildings. So that at least, that's how you do it. It's just, my question though is, the first game, you started off with, I think, 6 to 7 adepts.
6 adepts.
Was it 6 or 7? Yeah, so...
Yeah, he said 6.
So were you was that the plan at the very beginning, just the 6 adepts and no glaives and to harass?
Yeah, so the way it's supposed to do, the way Australia used to do it was you'd have 9 adepts by like 4 minutes, 15 seconds, somewhere around in there. And then you have your warp prism. So by the time you get there, say at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, you'd have 14 adepts. So that's the plan. And then I got down there, I think I had like 6, and then I was going to warp in. And then I went to shade, and I accidentally grabbed 3 of the shades, and then it just all fell apart after that.
I see. Yeah. That's a tough strategy to try to pull out if you're not like super comfortable. So that's the only thing, right? Is it gets a little tough to do those kind of strategies where it requires a whole lot of control because they're not easy, those adepts.
Even for me, I'm not really comfortable with adepts yet, so yeah.
So
it's hard.
The theory behind it is, especially in the lower levels, is can they handle that? And you get 4 or 5 workers on your natural, and it just sits there, and then all you do is just warp prism, warp in more adepts, and just kill all the drones.
Yeah.
So it either works or it doesn't. So
it would have worked if you didn't get caught. I think you just got caught there. That's why you lost 6, and then you only killed 2 Zerglings.
Yeah.
With all that adepts being lost.
Well, so you have a little bit of break. Your next game is not until August 20th against Mizel. So that'll be a good game. Yeah, so you've got a while to prepare, and I think you have a good shot.
Malagate will teach you some cheese builds against Terran.
Right. Now let's want to congratulate Dark Menace. So Dark Menace, good job. So my question is, did you just adjust based on what you saw on the wall, or did you have those planned all along?
Well, I was gonna do the Baneling Bust anyway, but when I saw that, I knew I had to do it. I basically just copied the build Neutral did against Instability because he helped me a lot about it.
You mean the other way? Instability did against. Oh wait, Neutral. That's right. He was Zerg. Never mind. Confused me.
He was Zerg. Yeah, the Baneling Bust. So yeah,
cool.
Good job there. On the first game, what was it? Oh, you macroed up. You went to lurkers. Good job there. Yep, that was a great mass there. So yeah, there's just no way for Cyan to get back. Then we also noticed Cyan, you always get the supply block too. So That's why I think you fell behind a lot during both of the games. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
he was
these
so
supply
mad he
block
made
are down.
3 pylons in a row.
Yeah, we saw.
The 23 supply block gets me every time, and then normally around 70 or something, that's when I start dropping a bunch of them.
And no worries, that happens. Look, you're under a lot of pressure. You moved up from code
Yeah,
A to
this
code
is,
S, number 1, and then you're facing who I think is favored to win this season in code S. So
Yes,
basically the
definitely.
best player. That's my my pick right now. So it's a tough task for you. It's a lot of pressure. It's the timings are different. They hit you earlier. When you move up to a new league, everyone is always hitting you earlier than you expect. That right? That's how it works, right? So
Yeah.
if you need any help with any practice, just hit any one of us up, especially Malagat, who has some special cheese builds.
Definitely will do. Will do.
Special cheese. Yep.
All right,
Right.
well, we'll
All
see
right.
you guys on the next one, and let's talk about the next games coming up. Seth.
Good game, guys.
On Friday.
So on Friday we're gonna start out with our Code A game. It's gonna be Casper, who we just saw from Old and Gold team.
Yeah.
He's gonna be facing off against the Archaic.
Oh, that'll be
So-
good, guys. That'll be really good. Zerg
And-
versus Protoss.
Yep, and then 2v2 we have the Code AO team with Regret and the Archaic versus the Predators, who we saw earlier as well.
Oh, okay, Cyan. There you go. That's a tough one. Good luck on that.
No easy matches.
And last, to round off the Code S, we'll see Instability again facing off Mizelle. So
Oh, she's good. I like her. She looked really good against Neutrophil. She just had bad luck on the second game, and the first game was really good. Could have gone either way. So I'm excited to see how she does this season. She looks like a promising young Protoss player.
Yep, and so I think those are good games on Friday. We're still early in the season, so even if you lost your first 2 games or first 2 games, you have a long way to go. And I think each of the divisions, Code A and Code B, top 4 make it. Also TV2, top 4 make it, and then Code S, you have top 5 who makes it. So you have plenty of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and
pretty
the
much
thing
this is more of like a warm up games.
Yeah, it's warm-up games,
Get
and
me.
look, we've seen people improve a lot from the beginning of the season to later. All it takes is some build refinement, some macro practice, etc. Right? So, well, good luck to all the players. It's been fun. Day 6. Cyan, we'll see you on the next one. Hit us up
See you
for some
Friday.
practice. Malagan, thanks for casting tonight, and Seth, thanks for adminning and casting. So we'll see all you guys later.
All right, guys.
Good games.
All right. Good game. Good game.